3, 2, 1.
Yo, we got your back when you driving to work or driving home. If you on a plane or you at the gym or you home alone, all you gotta do to listen to the shows, turn on your phone. Two Ugly Nerds podcast, tell you what's going on. This is the podcast.
Eric is ugly and would not judge anybody else.
There's no other insult.
When did you learn that you were ugly?
Two Ugly Nerds podcast.
Welcome to the
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Toy Nerds podcast, and thanks for the Black Nerd community. I am your host, Derek, the podcast guy, coming to you on this lovely Sunday morning, as we do. It's just such a joyous morning. I'm in such a good mood, man.
It is a really good morning, man.
It's
I
really
woke
good,
up
yeah.
feeling
It's
good.
Good
Had
place
a,
of love this weekend. You know,
yeah,
we got positive news from everybody. I didn't rearrange our setup on here, so we are in the wrong setup. And if I change it now, we're gonna have to start over. I'm gonna annoy myself. So instead, I'm going to just change it in editing because that's gonna be way more fun.
The magic of editing.
I love editing.
I will just move all of our names around. It's fine.
They will have no idea what we're talking about.
They have no idea what I'm talking about. Shut the fuck up. Just get to the good shit. My bad. I am always joined by Ian Berserk Music, but he's below me now, guys. This because I know you guys might be so used to, he's below me. I'm back to pointing. Ian Berserk Music, audio engineer, super producer, the father dad himself.
Father dad. Hashtag father dad.
Mr. I bought my son a house, bruh, just because he came out. He said, you know what?
Only the best.
I'm going to just get him a house because I can't have him growing up in an apartment.
Only the best for the king.
Can't have young
Tiger.
Kyra out here rapping about growing up in apartments, bro. Nah. He only knew wealth. Nigga. You know what I mean?
Man.
Oh man, congrats, bro. We happy.
Yeah, man. Congrats.
Interesting timing.
All
Interesting
sorts
timing
of
for
dough.
sure.
Everything, but what did I tell you? Didn't I say that? I said that early, bro. Like everything in its time, bro. All it happened.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's crazy to
For
watch
real.
it. Like the kid
For real.
popped out, the house popped right
The
past
pop
it was
right.
going, like,
Let me tell you something, man. This shit almost didn't work out, bro. It really almost didn't work out. Like
And
a lot
it
of
did.
strings were pulled on the tail end while we were in the hospital with Cairo in my arms, man.
And you know how I like to look at it though? It worked out exactly how it was supposed to work.
It was supposed to.
So maybe it felt like, man, it wasn't supposed to work out. It was, bro. That was yours,
man.
man. That was
Won't
yours.
won't he do it?
Man.
Won't he do it, man?
Won't
Hey,
he
it's Sunday.
do it? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, man. We love to see our friends' successes and wins.
Yeah, man. We got the keys and everything, man.
Yeah. House
In the
party
process
at
of moving
Ian's.
in now.
House party
Yeah.
at Ian's.
Yeah,
House party
yeah.
at Ian's. Cairo on the ones and twos.
Yup.
Oh yeah, that might best around to be a thing.
Teach them the wheels of steel early.
Teach him the wheels of steel, man.
Before he
We
can
got the
walk,
wheels of
before he
steel.
can crawl, before he can talk.
And isn't that dope though, bro? Because like I think about how like you just like kind of started messing with shit with producing like that. You just started messing with beats and just playing around and seeing what you could do, and that grew into what you do now. And for you to have the chance to and at the end of the day, I know you're not gonna force him to do anything he doesn't want to do, but you have the chance to just kind of show him what you do, like show him what you're passionate about, show him what you can do, and like see if he's into that as well.
Yeah.
He has a chance to start it from younger. Even
I stumbled upon it too because my dad was messing with it in the computer room and I heard him doing it, so I was like, what's going on over there? And then that's when I got into it pretty heavy. So I mean, maybe I'm making a beat in the studio, he come by, he crawl over, he see something, he hear something, he might want to throw something down. Like, okay,
pick them hi-hats, like them
them hi-hats ain't you know what I'm saying, that's that 2000 shit, man. Let me
come on, Dad.
put you on some
stick with the time
on that new age.
The hi-hats.
Hey, man.
Yeah. No, that's great, man. That's great, man. We happy for you, bro.
Appreciate
Also,
y'all,
it's
man.
your-
Appreciate your support. All you guys, especially you
Oh,
two,
of
man.
course.
You
We
guys
got
listen to all the BS that was going on, man. Dealing with all the.
But you taught us things, bro.
the rising tide brings all ships up, man.
When our kids and houses come.
Yeah, for real. When I'm ready to get that in the housing market for real.
Oh man. Well, I'm hoping that when you guys decide to do it, or well, Derek, you already in the process.
Derek is in the process. It won't, probably not for a little bit for me.
Yeah,
so,
whenever you, I hope whenever you decide to do it, that the market is not what it's at right now.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for a bit for sure. But when the time is right and the funds are right, then that's when I,
Right now, all I got is advice for this market. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what, I don't even know what a buyer's market even entails.
All of Ian's advice right now.
That'll be best for you right now, Derek.
Nah, but think about it, Ian. You bought a house in this market, so when the shit is a lot more loose and there's less restrictions, you gonna know all those tricks and stuff that you learn now. I mean, some of them you may not even need to use because they may already just be implemented. But the difference will be they'll be implemented, not that they're useless. You know what I mean? Like, or it's already being done for you because it's the most convenient thing for the whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be structured towards you instead of you having to find loopholes or little things yourself to make. You know what I mean? Like, it's just be. I think this is probably the best way you do it, right? Like, it's just like growing up with playing with the older brother who's way better than you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it sucks and it's hard to do, but once you learn how to score against him or once you learn how to beat him, you got way less fear when you go into the next one. Once you play a dude your age, you're like, bro, you are lunch. I look at it the same type of way. Once you go into the next market, once you guys are ready to maybe move up to the next big house, you know, to the mansion from this one, you know, from the mini mansion to the big mansion. Once you guys are ready to move up to that, then you know, you're gonna be like, oh, this is easy. We already know how to, you know what I'm saying? You
already know how to navigate this space.
Yeah, man. I feel like we have to. Okay. Also always joined by Geronimo, Mr. Nintendo, the man to my left this time.
What's good? You know, good vibes all around, honestly. It's been I don't know, man. It's a I'm over there on yours. I'm on the right way too. I'm on the right way on my screen too. Perfect. Literally perfect. I'm on the top right on my screen.
No, literally perfect.
Oh man.
I might need to clip that for like an intro video or something. Like that was perfect. It literally, if you just great.
Oh man, Brady Bunch.
Oh man, but no,
Brady Bunch vibes.
We doing good, man. It's a good weekend. Next, when this goes up, it'll be a good few days and everything. Oh man, it's a good, you know, I mean, it's been a week since fully vaccinated. I'm just kind of getting some things in line, about to run back in the gym, and I don't know, just I got a lot.
You feeling a little better? You feeling a little?
Oh no, honestly, Sunday, last recording episode, that's Sunday. That was the only day I was feeling like kind of tired and stuff. But honestly, Monday, I woke up and I was feeling good. I had like a little soreness around the actual place I got the shot, but other than that, it was good. So yeah, man, it's good. You know, yesterday I was out, you know, at the wedding, so out first time, like if it felt like, you know, being out in with like a large group without having to worry about, you know, masks or, you know, I mean, obviously still, you know, obviously still, you know, keeping clean hygiene, washing hands, that's normal. That's always been normal, but you know, it's just a good feeling. The return to normalcy. It felt good to kind of come back to that again. So I don't know, just it's a number of things on, you know, getting back into. So it's good. But again, glad to be here to do the pod with your boys.
For sure. Man, let's get right into the episode today, man. We don't got too much. I guess we can just kind of be upfront with the people today, right? So you guys are listening to this on Tuesday. And on Tuesday will be the last day of E3. So you guys are going to be like, yo, they dropped an episode today, but this episode's going to drop Tuesday morning, man. You guys aren't going to hear anything about E3 in this episode because we're not going to talk about it because we're watching E3. Right now, right. We're watching E3 as your
Xbox.
You get it, right? This is recorded.
As a recording. Yeah. Xbox will be up on the side. I'm not going to remark on anything unless it's super crazy.
Yeah, it's got to be a wild thing. Just for the memes, crazy. Just for the reactions.
Oh, yeah, of
crazy.
Course.
If they do something wild, then for sure, let us know. But yeah, so we will come a little bit later this week with the E3 full show. We'll do a full E3 thing. But this episode here, we're just going to kind of focus on a couple other little topics we wanted to touch on so that you guys still have something coming on Tuesday. And then later this week, we'll hop into E3 stuff, man. So look out for that. Make sure you're subscribing on YouTube, following on all your podcast apps, social media, Instagrams, and all that stuff. You're going to want to see this stuff, man. To kick off today's episode, though, we're going to start with an article that literally just popped up on my timeline before we started recording, like not long before at all. And I shared it with y'all because the title alone had me cracking up. It said Godfall. No one is playing Godfall on PS5, so now it's coming to PS4. And I think that is so crazy. It's such a fall from grace. Of course, somebody would come to my door right now and have to ring the bell. Amazing. That game is just such a fall from grace because when you see it coming out, I think even us were probably initially impressed with, maybe some of the visuals, thought it had some potential. I don't think any of us were blown away. I don't think we said this is a day one. And maybe, hey, look, y'all listen to the podcast. I don't know. Maybe we did say that. I don't remember saying it, but I feel like
I definitely did not say that.
Yeah, I don't think we said that. I don't think any of us said that. I do think though. I think we gave the game credit where we felt like it deserved some credit. For
it was graphically appealing.
It was
graphically appealing. Lots of particle effects and stuff.
Yeah, I do think though. After we saw a little bit more, we did say it does seem a little over the top in some areas. So I think we're always pretty middle of the road on this game. I don't think we're ever.
I think it was trash. I just think.
I don't think we were either way. I don't think we said it was terrible, but I don't think we're here like saying this is amazing. We have to buy this day one, obviously, because none of us bought it day one, right? Like none of us own this game. So look, I don't know. It's not that deep. It's going to PS4. The game, no one's buying it on PS5. PS5s are hard to get, and no one's even buying it when it's on sale. So they need to give this game away for free at some point, and they're going to try to put it on PS4 first. See if they can tap into that market. They're probably going to have to put it on as a sale on a PS4 because how can you sell it for $70 on PS4, right? So it has to be at least 60 max. And I can't see them selling it at full price with this poor reviews. So let's say it goes to PS4 for 30.
Bro, I blame Skill Up for this for the reception of this game.
Skill Up.
Oh, because he shit on it. He shit on it tough.
He did. He sound like.
But I respect that. I respect that, bro. You know how much balls it takes to
he dedicated
ruin a relationship.
He dedicated a cool 15-30 minutes to just how terrible this game was. it's
I do remember that. I really remember that review. They really did trash it hard. I mean, to me, and they played it, so I mean, they're probably more. Probably. They are definitely more justified in that. For me, just looking at previews and gameplay and stuff, like art style wise, graphic wise, I think it was nice. It's appealing. It had some stuff that were like the PS5 could flex in some places. But overall, like when you get to the nitty gritty of it, like the gameplay just, I don't know, because I play a lot of like action games. And we all play a lot of action games in general. So, and then like, especially for this game, the way its combat was looking, it kind of looks similar to like how God of War does some of his combat. And even though you have a bit more mobility, I think you can jump in this game. And then God of War 2018 you couldn't, but the game design, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just a really watered down basic version of that type of style, and I just felt like if I were to play this and kind of move from area to area, it would get boring real quick, despite the the pretty visuals and stuff like that. Character design was kind of cool. So overall, I just was like, I know why they're pushing for PS5 early on. I know why. We all knew why. Yeah. It was just like they probably like, to me, like some people, I just saw people online were like, oh man, you gotta get this, man. This can't be possible in last gen. And I'm like, just take away some of the visual, not some of the visuals, take away some of all the fancy effects. Yeah. I think it could easily be on
PS4.
As a matter of fact, go ahead.
And now we're seeing that it's about to be ported onto the PS4.
Yeah, and it's like it looks bad. They should have, in my opinion, they should have just had it on both and launch, really. And at the very least, more people that played it on whatever console could just be like, it can judge it more so on gameplay stuff, just visuals and stuff. That outside of the skill up arc we mentioned, I'm sure.
Have you guys ever seen a game that was released for the next gen console and then they were like, hey, now we putting this on old gen consoles too now?
Like after it released?
After it released.
I don't think so. Really.
I think the only time I've seen it is before release. They say this is an exclusive. And they say, hey, actually, you know what? We are going to make a version for the lower console or whatever for the other console. I've seen that. I think I can't. The game isn't popping in my head, but I feel like that's a more memorable scenario. But a game comes out, it's listed as the next gen exclusive. Doesn't matter what gen, just a next gen exclusive. This is an exclusive. It comes out as that. It lives as that for months, and then they go, yeah, bro. Hey, we putting this on the old console too.
No, I've not seen that.
You think that'll happen with Ratchet and Clank?
No, I don't think so.
Not. So I'm gonna just say, yeah. What's this? Gearbox, I think, made Godfall. Man.
Well, Ratchet and Clank is special because there's an entire like gameplay mechanic that requires the SSD's power.
Oh yeah, well, yes, literally. So don't get me wrong. I was being facetious, obviously, but I just think
Yeah.
it's like, I don't get me wrong. Well, you know what? I haven't been fun. We'll talk about it later. But Godfall is just, I don't know, man. They will give this game out for free eventually on PS Plus.
Oh yeah.
So if this is something, I say, hold out, man. Fight the good fight.
2 years
But-
tops. 2
But
years
I
tops.
will say, yeah, facts. But I will say, if you're one of those people with money burning holes in your pocket and you don't want that hole burned in your pocket no more, and it goes on a sale for whatever you feel like is in your price range or what you feel like is in your acceptable range,
Get a tax write-off.
do your thing and let us know.
Yeah.
Fact. Yeah, do your thing and let us know, man. Let us know what you think about the game. I want to know what people who've actually played it now think about it. You know, I mean, I've heard about different updates to the game and stuff like that. I haven't paid it much attention because, I mean, just started off so bad. But, you know, I mean, don't be wrong. If games like this have potential in the future, you know, we've seen games come out not the best and be able to turn it around and come back. And obviously, it's fun to shit on Godfall, but maybe it will turn around at some point and be a better game.
I just want to see.
But-
I just want to see the PS4 gameplay. I mean, that's really all I want to see right now. I just want to see, because how it looks and runs will determine if this was always a PS4 game and, you know, just souped it up for PS5 just because of the next gen hype, or they literally took the PS5 version and did like a switch, not an extreme as a switch port. That's probably a bit egregious to say, but like they downscaled enough to run properly on the PS4. Like
I think they're downscaling, bro.
You think they're downscaling?
I think the only reason I say that is, again, we know how these things work, especially when these companies are developing the new consoles. Certain developers, they give them the earliest dev kits. You know what I mean? Like because we might see an article about dev kits going out to developers and stuff like that. That don't mean that's the first time developers have really gotten dev kits. We know certain developers will get dev kits earlier. They'll get earlier editions of dev kits, what they expect. You know what I mean? Like there's different levels to it. So Gearbox could have got the way they pushed Godfall as this first PS5 exclusive, this thing. I don't believe they were ever thinking about PS4. I think they expected that game to sell off hype alone, and that didn't work for them this time. And hey,
I mean, multiple factors into it too. You know, the state of the world at that point last year, and I mean now, but you know, we're seeing better now. And just the microchip shortage that I hate to repeat, but these are just factors that probably go into a lot of things. Yeah, so I mean, I would like to see a redemption arc for this game. Maybe, you know, maybe they tweak some things in when they drop it on PS4. Maybe they'll put an update on the existing PS5 version. You know, never know. Things, you know, we've seen bigger turnarounds of games.
yeah,
No Man's Sky. I think No Man's Sky is the number one example.
Yeah, and that took a little minute to come back to get full circle, right? But it worked out in the end for people.
It did, man. You know,
about a year.
So
Yeah,
solid
and that's
game,
one of those games I haven't gone back to yet. But
they keep adding stuff to it. It looks completely different from that like 5
They
years
just
ago.
did like a graphical overhaul.
Big graphic update.
Yeah,
Man. It's you can like ride alien monsters. They keep adding stuff. It's crazy. But yeah,
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's what you want from a game, man. So shout out to them, man. No Man's Sky. I can't remember the
man.
developers.
Hello.
Shout out to
Hello,
I might entertain the game one day. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, really.
See what it's about.
Yeah.
Take a break from Destiny. God damn it.
to play Destiny with no gun.
They got guns now. They got guns now.
They do have weapons. They've added so much stuff now. Like that first game looks like a super beta now. Like it looks kind of crazy. They're
doing something that I wish Destiny would do, in which you can like literally fly away from a planet and hop on your mothership and go to the next one.
That is the best part of that game.
I wish Destiny had that shit in it, but it's still the map situation where you go to the destination map and then select which one you want to go to.
Yeah, that is dope.
I'd like to travel to it myself.
Let me fly in space. But come on, man, you have to fly in space, and you know Destiny, them niggas would have to, you'd have to join a server to fly through the space, and then you have to have shit. They could have shit battle. They do too much with it, man. They wouldn't just make it fly. Yeah. I think Destiny, the story side of Destiny, has so much more potential if it was actually a single player game, like actual single player story developed that way. The story side of it could go so much more crazy, but since it's so tied to the online community and you know, there's always gonna be certain limitations, so stuff like that just gets left to the side. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That extra development just doesn't get put in because it'd be too much to have to consider for everybody. I don't know. That always sucks, but yeah, man. I don't know. Well, I'll keep holding out, man. I say keep holding your faith, man. You never know. Godfall got to be coming to a free monthly game soon. So for sure. Okay. Moving on. Let's jump into technically.
Is that the technically? That's
It is
that's
now.
Technically, look.
It is today.
that's technically look.
Well, until editing.
Technically speaking,
Mr. Adams.
brought to you by Apple, which coined their conference Dub. I don't know why. Like so they had this they had the little Animoji person talk about, they did like quick updates or like synopsis of the conference for the day, because it was like a 3 or 4 day situation. WWDC. Every time she said dub, I don't know why that just like just angered me. Like, why did you keep saying like
trying to get to the Zoomers, cool, man?
Just trying to make this conference like cool, you know what I'm saying, or trying to keep the engagement, I guess, because after the first day, it's really just a bunch of software stuff for like actual app developers to take advantage of. Not necessarily gonna care about it, the first day they talk about all the updates that you're going to see on like whenever they release the newest latest firmware. So like iOS 15, you got a nice little set of updates here.
Yeah, some of those look really cool.
Yeah. Start with some of the smaller ones, and then we're going to go to the biggest one. Siri is going to be supported on third-party devices, so we'll finally get Siri on maybe the thermostats, the smart thermostats, or any of those smart devices that didn't have it, but it had like Alexa and Google Assistant on it. Now you'll have Siri on it potentially, I guess, once they put that out. It's gonna make their HomeKit a little more robust. The AirPods are getting the AirTag locating a treatment, so you can technically use the AirPods now as AirTags.
That's actually super cool. That is, man.
Yeah, I need awesome. That's the one I need.
Yeah. So that's coming. They're also integrated your ability to grab text from photos, kind of like Google Lens. Actually, exactly like Google Lens.
Google Lens.
But I guess it's going to be more integrated into their Photos app, so you'll be able to.
Okay, so text and photos.
Yeah. So that'd be nice. That'd have been nice in college, except our professors probably didn't write the best on the whiteboard. So.
Maybe that's the only thing. Yeah, that's good luck deciphering that handwriting, Apple.
Yeah, I would be very interested to see that. That'd be an interesting little segment if anybody in college wanted to do that. Take a picture of the whiteboard and see how Google or Siri
translates the text.
How it translates the text. FaceTime is getting a bunch of updates. So they got spatial audio, I saw that one, which if you got a bunch of people on, they'll space out the audio so there's more separation instead of it all coming through the center, I guess. Audio video sharing, so you can like watch your movies or TV shows together with somebody in FaceTime, which is interesting. You can pause and play and all the rest of it.
Well, that would have been cool back in the day.
Yeah,
little bae video watching session with your girl far away.
Like laying on the couch, or balancing some on your feet, whatever, talking all cute. You know what I'm saying? Everyone does that. I don't know why that. I don't know.
You'd be automatically queued up too. She's not gonna be like 2 seconds ahead of you, or you 2 seconds behind. Y'all right?
Yeah.
Zero latency.
Yeah. Actually, what was it? I think it was Netflix and Disney Plus that integrated it into their apps, where you could like watch with somebody.
Disney Plus has it.
Disney Plus is the one that has it for sure.
Yeah, I've never used it though.
Yeah. So you can watch with somebody when you pause it, it's paused on their end, I think.
Such a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
there's
you can
something
watch
to that,
together.
man.
Yeah. Apple Wallet is getting a couple of updates. You'll be able to open third-party or unlock third-party items like locks, smart locks, and supported cars. Right now, I think the only thing that's available is BMW that has theirs directly able to unlock.
Oh, okay.
I think they opened up the API so that other third-party companies can integrate their thing into the Apple Wallet. So you'll have keys in there, which is gonna be dope, especially for me being a new homeowner. I can get a smart lock and open the lock with my phone. That'd be nice.
What
Yeah,
happens if your
man.
phone gets stolen?
Yeah, unless my phone gets stolen.
Keep it on you at all costs.
At all times.
I just be wondering what happens to niggas. That's the
Yeah.
only thing is like I gotta have a alternative to it as well. You know what I mean? It's nice, don't get me wrong, but I like having it as
Have a backup,
something
contingency plan or whatever.
Yeah, man. Like you can still have the automatic lock. That's nice, but I might need like a backup key somewhere. Put in a lock and turn still. Like I don't know. Maybe since we grew, I don't know. Maybe I'm still stuck.
Somebody could always hack into the damn.
That's what I'm saying, niggas. I'm thinking, and I play too much Watch Dogs, bro. Like that shit.
Yeah, I feel
kind of like you setting yourself up to be.
Man, I feel
gotta
you,
hack
man.
right into your shit. Watch all your shit.
Yeah, NFC type stuff. Just be like,
that's what I'm saying. How cars are getting more digital. It's kind of scary if you
that's
play Watch
pretty
Dogs.
wild.
It's kind of scary.
Hey man, Ubisoft tried to
Electronic
tell
braking
us.
systems and all the rest of it.
They tried to tell us. Almost a decade. Almost a decade ago, they tried to tell us.
Yeah, man.
Aiden Pierce trying to let y'all know.
Man.
Walking down Chicago, like, oh, these are my cars.
This isn't a good idea, guys.
This block is mine.
I'm just gonna steal money from anybody. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just gonna take anybody's car. Okay, now I can access everybody's private information whenever I feel like it. Yeah. That's
well, that's the thing.
Well, good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck in your digital futures.
You'll also be able to, while we're on the topic of Apple Wallet, you'll also be able to store your ID on there. It'll be supported by select airports as of right now.
Hartswood Jackson need that shit ASAP. I'm not gonna lie. Sick of having to pull out my driver's license or my passport from wherever. Nigga,
man.
Look at my shit right now. I'm me.
Shit. I already got my my ticket on my phone.
And I gotta no. I guess not really, because you still have to show me your phone.
Yeah, I already got my ticket on my phone. Let me just flick over to my ID as well, because you're gonna ask for that too.
Yeah, and the wallet should be right there. Boom, ticket. Boom. Scan my ticket. Here's my ID.
Easy.
I guess right now the only difference is since they scan like both, they put the ticket down and they look at your ID and then they.
I don't know how they're gonna circumvent
so they'd have to, but just give them the little beep thing that they got at the damn supermarket.
Yeah, the damn supermarket.
Beep. They match.
All right.
Go through.
Go through. Yeah.
I don't know. The TSA niggas be like they job mad stressful. Like all you got to do is make sure I'm the nigga name who's on the ticket, bro. Do I look like the picture? I look like the picture on my driver's license? Yes or no? Like y'all got metal detectors, like because the nigga looking at your driver's license and your ticket got nothing to do with like if you bring weapons or anything. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be stopped at the next part anyway. Just let me go. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nigga be like,
just let him go. Let us all go.
Them out. You be like, dog, you don't have to do shit, but sit here and look at pictures and tickets. Like I can get that that's not fun or like that it's not the most engaging job. I get that, but nigga, I ain't tell you to work there. Nigga, you doing what you got to do for a job. Fuck you being mean to me. I ain't do shit to you. I don't know. Sometimes TSA niggas be on you like you did something to them. Like you.
No, I feel like they be there.
And if you hand them both, tell them to look at your phone. It's like
they be bringing the energy from the last guy, man. Like I'm not. It's not even me anymore, man. It's the other guy.
That's my thing, bro.
Why you coming at me crazy?
But that's the thing. How you let one dude mess you up, and then I'd be 30 niggas back in the line, bro. You still upset? Like, come on, bro. Like. Dog, you still being rude to people now for no reason, dog. That nigga is on a plane now, but you can't even do shit about it.
Yeah,
that nigga was rude to you, mean whatever he did wrong. You're right.
Like run his fade. No, don't run my fade. Don't run my fade.
Already on a phone, already on a thing. Now you want to search my bag for extra drugs and shit, nigga. Relax. Anyways,
and the biggest updates, back to FaceTime, is the links, FaceTime links. It's going to allow Android users and Windows users to access FaceTime.
Hooray!
Fully
Welcome
access FaceTime.
But watch our shit stuff green or whatever. I don't know.
They're gonna have y'all shit in the green circle.
Green
Wear a green
circles or
circle around like, hey, this
Let
nigga on
y'all know.
Android.
Hey
Be
man,
on
that
Android.
ain't an iPhone.
Hey, just so y'all know, y'all talking to a non-iPhone in here. There's somebody
gonna do that for sure.
pretending
100%.
to be an iPhone.
Yeah, they're gonna make it look ugly. It's funny. When they were introducing the links, they had the ugliest Google phone they could find. They put it next to the iPhone. They had an iPhone. They had the iPhone here, and then they had an Android here on the.
Which
right
Android
side.
was?
It wouldn't even matter.
I don't
It
even
might be an
know
Android
what
they
it
made up.
was.
Probably wasn't even a real Android, bro. They
They
probably
had
one of those
like Android.
Chinese. Might
It
one of
had
those
like-
Chinese phones. It was the
They had
blue
the
phone. or
ugliest
something.
looking bezels. It was just like they would not dare put a Samsung phone up
You know.
there.
Yeah, come on. Samsung be dissing them in commercials. I'm not putting your
Hell,
phone up
even
here.
the latest
I'm not
Pixels
putting
would
your
have been
phone
okay.
up here.
They
I'm
can't
not-
put the direct competitor on there.
I'm not
That would
putting
be
your phone up
wild.
here to say that you can download FaceTime on they shit too. I'm not doing. I don't care if you can. I'm not putting the Samsung.
You're gonna
up
get the
here.
full screen.
I'm gonna go get the LG niggas. Hey, y'all about to die out, right?
Oh, the LG.
Y'all about to die, ain't y'all? Hey, come give me one of
My
y'all.
mom,
Give me one of y'all.
my mom has the last LG phone and kept.
Yeah, your mom and
Oh,
Steve.
She
man.
just
Your
called.
mom and
She
Steve.
called
Hold
me
on to that.
yesterday. She called.
Hold on to
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have her hold just for the future or whatever. But she called me yesterday and was like, "My phone's acting up," and I was like,
Ain't no support for you, girl.
"I was like, Mom, well, you know they
Shut
can't.
down
You know
that
they not
division.
making no more, right?"
Ain't no
I
customer
don't know.
service.
I don't know. I low key hope she does get an iPhone so me and IT can get better at using an iPhone without owning one myself. So, but whatever. RIP LG. 5
RIP
letters.
LG, man.
5 letters. Whatever.
Shout out to you guys, man. Y'all made this all possible, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, early on, LG were definitely out here
They
for
were
sure.
pioneers.
did, man.
They actually were.
They
For
paved the
real.
way, man.
Them and
LG
like,
is disrespected out here by
Them
these
and like
women.
Huawei, and now, well, anyway,
Facts.
I'm looking forward to FaceTime on my Pixel
Yeah.
Mm.
Or your laptop. I feel like it's a little
or laptop.
too late for this update, honestly.
Why you say
Yeah,
that?
I feel like we've all already Zoom is already the established conference call.
But
app.
again,
I don't think anybody's gonna really be quick to hop to this one, especially
I
it's
think
not
it
even
will,
out
bro.
yet.
Well, one, it's not out, but I do think that this will pick up quickly, bro. You're underestimating the power that FaceTime has already as a stable app. Now, think about it, bro. Every girl on Instagram you like got an iPhone, bro. She want to FaceTime niggas, and now you can download FaceTime. You gonna go get
Well, you can't
girls
really
want
download it.
emojis. Girls
You
want.
can only get the link, so you're gonna have to be a scrub and say, hey, can you send me a link to the
Hey,
to the
that's
web-
cool.
to
Send me a link to the FaceTime so I
FaceTime.
can FaceTime you. No problem.
FaceTime you.
I
And you
think
know,
now
Apple's
some girls are
like-
gonna shit on these girls.
Apple's
Some girls
gonna
are gonna shit on these girls.
downgrade the damn camera's ability to video
Oh, for
cast, so
sure.
it's gonna look like fucking pixel bricks, and that's gonna be a whole new set of memes.
See, I wonder if I know they'll probably do that initially, but I just wonder if they'll probably like then fix it through an update. You
They
know,
don't want to. They're not gonna show that these
because they
other
want the
cameras
service
are
to
better
still
than the
No,
iPhones.
but it's not about it being better. It's not about being better. You can't have the service be so poor. We've seen some of these Android like Snapchat videos before. That got nothing to do with Apple. But some of the Snapchat videos, you just like, bro, like what camera do you have that you don't look good? So obviously there's like certain apps that have done things specifically to hinder
yeah,
the
that's
performance of
true.
Android devices. I know that. We know that. It's all, people on the internet may not understand that or may not believe it, but we know that's happened, right?
That's
I'm
why.
saying
And they're not all equal.
Yeah, I'm saying that obviously in this case, I don't know that it's in Apple's best interest to hinder it so much. Maybe they do it a little bit at the beginning, like I said, just for the hype, just for the people to talk shit about it.
No,
Just
it's definitely in their best interest.
But I don't think in the long run, I don't think it works that way because you want the people on Android to still be having a good experience. You want people on iPhones who are FaceTiming people on Androids.
No, but look at it this way.
Them well, like
look at it this way, like you criticize somebody for how trash their camera looks on the FaceTime. Eventually, they're gonna be like, all right, let me just go ahead and get an iPhone.
Yeah, but my thing is, I look at it like you got two types of people in the world. You got the people that would have pandered to get an iPhone in the first place anyway, right? They would have broken down and got an iPhone the minute
Yeah.
the right person told them to get an iPhone. Whether that be a man, a woman, whoever, they would have immediately, the second the right person said, nah, man, you need an iPhone, they would have done that anyway. Then you got the people who are like, they need to actually see a performance. My thing though is if you have an updated Android phone and you're really using it, and you're like, yo, my phone is great. Like my pictures come out great. Like everything I do comes out fine. But when I interact with you, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Like at some point you have to be smart enough to go, okay, so this isn't me. And now don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of ignorant iPhone users out there who might, try to push that narrative. But you also have to be smart enough internally to know.
Well, that's the thing. That's what's going to be a thing.
I think
that's
going to
be the
meme. I give people more credit than that.
Apple is not going to necessarily head. They're going to allow social media to do this thing and then say, hey, here's what it looks like to FaceTime somebody with Android.
I think they will. I think they will do that, but I think there will be.
That's only going to help their sales anyway.
You know? But I still think in today's day and age, you will have a lot more articles that also push back against that. Now, whether those articles gain the same traction and popularity, I don't know. But I do think you'll have a lot more information out there that pushes back against that and go, no, actually, Apple is limiting Android's usage because of the way they've implemented this app or because of this specific thing. They're holding back the Android's best quality. I think you'll see those other side of it. Whereas before, you would only seen the Apple narrative maybe that just gets pushed as it just doesn't look good, and then all the jokes start. I think now you'll see that, but you also see people even with iPhones saying like, well, yeah, bro, but if Apple put something there that's not letting the Android work to the same level, that's not fair. You know?
Yeah, I mean, MKBHD he put out a video about why the quality of Android phones don't look the best on Instagram or Snapchat as they do on an iPhone. He was like, basically, it's the fact that there's so many different versions of Androids, and there's only one version of iPhone, so they only have to really,
consistent,
consider one version of iPhone versus a bunch of different versions of Android.
Yeah.
So,
which I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So I think that's the approach that that Apple's going to take with the FaceTime.
See, I don't know. I don't know that, man. I think at this point in age, we'll have to see, but I think at this point in age, you, as a company, me personally, I want to be. And I guess they're younger in this game of warring against each other. Not necessarily. Apple's an old company, but I guess with phones, maybe they're a little younger. But I just feel like it's such a kind of thing to constantly be at war. Like
if you unlock or if you give
like, what's the point
these Android phones the full access to FaceTime as far as the camera quality goes, you might expose how much worse the iPhone's FaceTime front-facing camera is than other Android phones. And I feel like it's in their best interest to not expose themselves in that regard, because there's cameras out here that flip from the back, and they're using the back camera that's the best camera on the phone as the front-facing camera. Imagine talking to somebody on that.
Yeah, but
with an iPhone.
But still, even still, like that doesn't mean that your picture is gonna look bad. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know that that's good. I feel like the bad and good picture, one, that's very subjective, right? It depends on how you see things, what you see. You know what I mean? There are times when I sit here as we're recording and I look at myself and I go, I don't feel like this is a good picture. I don't think this is a good picture. And then Ashley will look at the picture later and be like, oh, you look great on the pod today. It comes through so clear. And I'm like, it did? And she's like, yeah, it looked great. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I guess like everybody has a different perception of what they might see or think looks good. Yeah. But obviously, if it's a 4 megapixel camera, then that's not going to look good. I just want to look at like the numbers and say, oh, you got a comparable camera. I got a comparable camera. Our what we see should be comparable, ideally. Even if we do see things differently, what we see should be comparable. If what I see from your camera looks way off and what I see on mine looks exactly what I'd expect, but we have the same megapixel camera, there's something else going on. You know what I mean? Like something else has to be happening, because regardless of anything else, if the camera megapixels are the same, there's something else has to be affecting it. You know what I mean?
Nobody gonna care about that shit though.
And I get it. I get that. But I just wish you did, I guess. Maybe I am giving people too much credit.
But let these jokes fly, bro. Like we say, it's just they don't let these jokes fly, bro.
Yeah, they are. I know that will happen. But I just mean, and when we really sit down with the reality of it, and we're talking about people actually wanting to use these services to the best of their ability, right? To use them in the most convenient scenarios as possible.
Yeah.
Are people really going to be affected by this? No, I don't think so.
No.
Like the reality is, like, people may make jokes, but if you're a real fly dude and you got an Android, do you think some girl is not going to talk to you? Like, they tell me, like, genuinely.
Hey man,
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
If you got an Android, I can't even.
I don't think that's a real thing. I don't think that's actually happening. It might happen as a joke. I feel like a girl might say it because she's around her friends and they think it's funny.
I've seen it as a joke, but I haven't experienced it firsthand. I've seen on the dating apps where they're like, "Oh,
seeing on the dating apps in the bio they say if you got Android."
I've never swiped on them. I just was like,
but that's different. But that's even that. I mean,
that's easy. That's an easy.
Even that is different. That girl doesn't know you.
Yeah,
that girl doesn't know you. She is being superficial based on something.
Yeah.
iMessage games or whatever.
Which is fine, but if there's no way that a girl can get to know you, like you, and then say she's not gonna mess with you or she can't deal with you to a certain level because you have an Android over an iPhone. That's not gonna happen, bro. If she says that she never liked you, she didn't really like you, bro. She didn't. She liked the meal she was getting her. She liked the compliments she was giving. Something else she liked, but she didn't like you because there's no way that you turn down somebody you feel like is a great person overall because of the choice in the phone they got. So it doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any real, like, that's what I mean. Like, I understand there's going to be trolls and there's people who say whatever on the internet, but I'm talking about in real life, like reality. That's not really happening. So if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend who has an Android and you have an iPhone, you're going to send them the link and you want them to have the best possible, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think you're going to necessarily care so much about the quality unless it's just horrendous. If it's decent quality, you're just going to be happy that you can use FaceTime with each other. You know what I mean? And I think as groups go, if I can send a link to my boy who got an Android and we all got iPhones and we're, on a group FaceTime, if I just got to send you the link and you can hop in on the group FaceTime, that's still better than paying Zoom for whatever, $15 so we can talk for 2 hours. I mean, I have to pay Zoom $15 so that we can do this podcast for 2.5 hours once a week.
That is better.
And obviously, like, I know Zoom has other features and stuff that go with it that make it better for this specific thing. But I don't think that they're aiming to get like people like us who are doing a podcast. I think they're just aiming for the people who are just like, yo, me and the homies gonna get on FaceTime, we kicking it, watching a game or something, but we're all at home. So we on FaceTime chopping it up, or people who have smoke sessions on FaceTime. I've done that before with my friends. Have smoke sessions on FaceTime, like, or Google Duo, stuff like that. I think it's for that type of stuff. Maybe it's not something that we do because it's not our personalities necessarily, but a lot of people do have FaceTimes. A lot of people want to have group FaceTimes with their friends, and to bring your Android homies in without making them feel so excluded. I think it's definitely, you know what I'm saying?
For that purpose,
imagine
for
us
sure.
Being able to kick it, and now we can send your.
Now we can all send, so we can
yes, please,
with the green box.
The green box, proudly with the green box, smile on my face.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
That's definitely what that was for. I mean, all the extra stuff that goes into it, I'm sure, won't be as important as being able to just do it.
I think people will enjoy just doing it. I think it'll.
Yeah.
I like stuff like that, man. We need that progression, man. It's just like when you see like Phil Spencer go on. We'll talk about that later, I guess. But when you see Phil Spencer like go on Twitter and congratulate Insomniac and everything for Ratchet and Clank, you're like, yo, that's respect. Like, there's at some point, it's like all right, man. Certain shit is just for the betterment of our customers. It has nothing to do with whether we like each other or we're battling or we got competing games or products. Like, at some point, this is just best for all of our customers involved right now, and this helps. So like, I think
actually,
more of these.
NKBHD, he put out a video about companies copying certain features or certain things from one device to another. Like, Huawei would take some stuff from, pretty much every Android phone would take some stuff from Samsung, and how Apple would come on the back end and take some stuff from Android. And vice versa. Yeah. And he's like, you know what? I don't fault any of them. I would encourage them to keep doing that. Take the things that work best on one platform to another, because at the end of the day, we benefit as a customer. Yeah, we on the back end benefit from that. So yeah, just keep copying each other. That's cool.
That's how everything keeps moving forward, really.
Yeah.
That's why I always find it so crazy when people get caught up in so much brand loyalty. Like I can understand some brand loyalty to an extent or to a degree, or even just for some jokes.
Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Yeah,
exactly. And people going crazy because they're like, "Oh, why are you taking this feature from?" If you like Samsung, being like, "Why are you taking this thing from Apple? I don't want that Apple feature."
Because it's a good ass idea that should be
everywhere. No, the Apple feature is fire, bro. Like you should want that. What are you talking about? But just
people are tripping about the
I think it's dumb, man.
People are tripping about the way the new Google Android operating system is going to look, because it looks very similar to
I'm
iOS.
all for it, honestly. It's time for a refresh, and I do like the current iOS interface. So I'm all for it. People that are mad, it's just like, well, just download a different.
Just get freaking Nova launcher, man. Like,
just get a different launcher, like whatever.
Yeah, man. Like, y'all got options.
If you got the Pixel and you worrying about that, then you probably shouldn't be getting the Pixel. Let's come into that first. This in like October, November, whenever the next ones come out. Oh, they finally showing Battlefield. Okay.
I don't know if I mentioned this the last time we talked about Google's thing.
The last one that they did, the IO conference or whatever. Yeah.
They added the ability to update the operating system through the Play Store.
That's a good idea.
More companies like it'll be more universally updated versus waiting on your developer or your company to update the operating system. So
all right, they put a grapple look in this. All right. But like for real. Yeah, because like everyone, like stock Android, that's the main draw for me still personally. But it's like like Samsung stuff. What else is still out there? I guess OnePlus's stuff, and maybe Motorola if they're still doing that kind of middle niche kind of area. Their interfaces they are usually later, or they may adopt stuff from the main like Android OS. So that's a good idea. And shoot, I still get stuff asking just from family members who are like, "How do I update this? Where's the settings?" I mean, it's the same gear up there, but no one that thinks about that when they check in emails or whatever. So it's a good idea.
So it's going to be a little more centralized as far as updating across different platforms. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But that's it for technically speaking.
Oh, technically.
Okay.
Trying to react.
Now we gotta do Ian. Okay. Did you watch the video last week? Did you watch last week?
Yeah, did you? Because I watched it. Yeah, I watched some of it.
You watch last week's video and go to the timestamp for console T. I got it as synced.
Yeah, you did. You synced it up really well.
I got it as
He's nice with it. He's nice with it.
I don't want to do it again because I don't think I can time it as well. I feel like I got so lucky with how I was. You don't understand, bro. That took like a good 45 minutes on my own of like slightly sliding it and sliding and sliding and sliding and sliding and got it, and then it was like it worked out, man. I was very proud of myself.
Very proud.
Like,
that was good. You did that.
I was like, okay, that was cool. That gave me a brought a smile on my face when I saw that. I was like, all right, lock this in. We're posting it. We got it, boys. We're good. Today on console, there should be a drop in. I don't know if there's space for the drop. You'll hear it somewhere in there, I hope. Today on console T, we got two quick ones because the second one isn't that long. But the first one, new DualSense colors. Not only did they get revealed and we saw them, we talked about them, we told you we pre-ordered them, but they're here.
But they're here.
Yeah, man.
They're in house.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Beautiful. That red one is fire, man.
Look, here's the thing. I feel like everybody got the red is jealous of the black, and everybody got the black is jealous of the red.
Because they both look good, man. Everyone's great. It's literally, I'm trying to be like you, bro. Nah, bro. I'm trying
on the low. I'm waiting for this controller drift, this control stick drift to happen on my white one.
No, don't happen.
So that I can have a reason to get the red one.
Slick. Look, I'm not gonna lie.
They can keep it. I'm just alternating. I'm not just literally alternating.
Yeah, I'm just alternating.
This is my controller for now, like games that aren't as intense necessarily. because I be having an issue with my trigger, the rubber be ripping on me and stuff like that. So
yeah, okay.
This is one for more calm games, no FIFA, no anything like that. You know what I'm saying? No 2K, nothing that's gonna piss me off. Ratchet and Clank doesn't really piss me off. Like when I die, I feel like it's my fault. I did something wrong there. It's on me. So I don't get as upset with Ratchet and Clank versus but I'm playing games like that. But with the white one, that one is for like, yeah, let's go fuck it off with FIFA or whatever. And I got a backup white one that is for like Returnal and like games that might frustrate me, but not frustrate me where I might chuck the controller like FIFA is. Even though I don't care about FIFA anymore, I said that, so I don't throw controllers for FIFA anymore. But that's not the point. Point is, a black one is needed because it needs to go with this black. I don't think I've shown the podcast
the black PS5. You want to
Let me see what I can do for y'all. This one, you know what I mean?
You want to show
it? I just bring a little something.
Oh man, the
man.
sexy flexy PS5 with the black shell on
that
it.
matte black shell. Oh, with the sticker on it. Look at the light coming through.
See the light coming
out.
out.
Lee with the Resmo light is storing it up,
hey,
man.
Oh
that's
man,
clean.
What can I say?
That's something.
That's
I'm gonna take some better pictures for y'all, man. I will.
Yeah, get like the right angles.
Get the light going and all.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the ring light focused on it, get it nice and sat up in front of the table and everything, and get it nice. And I'll take some pictures of it. I will tell you, man. I am all for blacked out PS5 supremacy. It is the best PS5. I don't even know what else they could put out that'd be this fire. This is fire. I wouldn't even do all red. And red is, I have to admit this. Red has slowly become one of my secondary favorite colors. I don't know really when that happened to me. I feel like we were blue defenders.
You're blue, yes.
And you know what it is? Maybe hip hop did that to it because we like blue. We felt like we couldn't like red, and so you guys can figure that out on your own. But because we like blue, we couldn't like red. So I was like, well, shit, man. It's this is what it is. But then over time, I'm like, but red kind of fire. Actually, you know what it is? A girl told me that I look good in red one time, and I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you look good in red.
And then suddenly your wardrobe changed to more red.
Niggas started finding some red t-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was before Ashley, by the way. So,
oh, we know, but they don't. But it's good we don't know.
Even if it's not, you can't prove it. So I said it.
Yep.
Anyway,
it's here.
Anyways, red controller, fire. The control. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've talked about PS5 controllers. They're still really good. This one a new controller always has that like extra feel good to it when you first kind of hold it and you playing it. It feels extra special. Like they did something different. They didn't do shit different. It's the same shit with a red coat, but it feels a little different for some reason. I don't know why. It's just that mental thing I guess I got in my head.
Triggers pull a little different. Sticks move a little smoother.
Yeah. Just feel a little more crisp. Like, ooh, yeah, okay. Yeah, feels good, man. These are nice. And then I think the black one is the same thing, right? Where like the inside is like they're like white or like grayish for y'all.
It's like an off white.
Ours are like they're like a little offish white. Yeah. So ours are the same way in there. Man, I think it's really dope. Yeah. Fire. Great design by Sony. They don't always get everything right, but they got out these colors early and they are right for sure. So kudos to them. Next on this is again, Console T is on me today. Okay, next on this is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I'm not going to spoil anything. I won't get anything deep. Actually, I don't even think I have the ability to really spoil anything for you yet. Everything I've done so far has been very much
don't spoil how many rifts. Don't spoil how many rifts we jump in.
I don't know if you can count that. I've jumped through a lot of rifts already.
Oh man. Well, all right, cool.
I don't know if you can count that, but they do so much cool shit in this game, man. Man, I don't want to ruin it because some stuff I want y'all to be able to like hop in and be like,
yeah, I want to see it blind.
Cool. Yeah, so I won't ruin anything, man. But the game is fun. It's great. It's vibrant. Instantly off the rip, you got a lot of customizations you can do with the characters and stuff. And I don't know if I got a lot more little bonuses because I pre-ordered. I probably did. But I had a couple suits and stuff that came with the pre-order, so you can have some suits. But even with that, there's some really early on customization, like color swatches and stuff that you can mix and match and use on the characters on both Rivet and Ratchet. I guess I can't explain that. I don't think that's a spoiler, but the way they're not unaware of each other for long in the game. I don't think that's a spoiler.
Okay.
They're not
No, not
unaware of
really.
each other for long in the game. That doesn't last for too long.
Figure not,
pretty
yeah.
much what we saw in the trailer and that original like gameplay stuff. That's pretty much as long as they go without knowing that the other one exists. And so they work together from there. And so you may go on a mission, and that mission is for Ratchet. So when you land on that planet, it's Ratchet. And then when you leave from that planet, you go on another mission. That mission is for Rivet. So when you land on that planet, you're with Rivet. Again, their colors and stuff, they're separate. They are separated. Ratchet can have his own color scheme, and Rivet can have her own color scheme. I'm trying to make that make sense. The only thing that they do share across is the weapons and any upgrades and stuff. So whenever you're upgrading stuff for Ratchet, it's not like you have to think, oh man, but what if I want to upgrade this for Rivet? Like anything you upgrade for Ratchet upgrades for Rivet and vice versa. Their money is tied together, all of that. But man, the game is fun. A lot of cool jumps. The characters have just slightly different styles so far. I'm sure there'll be even more changes as we go along. But there's so many cool little parts of the game. The game is still full of little mini sections as well that are still great. That's one of the parts that brought me into the first game. I love games with mini sections. Any game that has a little mini thing that I can do that requires me to think a little bit or some attention, I like that. That's why I like Outposts so much and like the Far Cries, because you got to think about it. How do I approach this? How do I need to tag all the enemies? How do I, you know what I mean? And this game has so many of that as well. That's what got me into the first, the other Far Cry. Ratchet and Clank, and then that's what's got me even going more here. There's so many little mini sections. I will say the map is a bitch to kind of clear, because there's little parts of maps where if you don't walk to that specific corner, it will not show it as cleared. And it won't do that because honestly, that little corner that you think that can't be shit, there might be something there for you. Like just off the strength, there could be, go to that little piece, bro. I honestly played the first 5 hours on stream. Like I wasn't going to stream. I was just going to play it. And then something got into me Saturday morning. I said, fuck this, man. I'm streaming. Or was that Saturday morning or Friday morning? Friday morning. I was like, fuck this. I'm streaming. So I just went for 5 hours and streamed it. I'll put that on YouTube. Maybe later today. I'll probably throw that on YouTube. But I just started streaming it because I was like, yeah, man, I want to, fuck it. I just do it in front of people. But I didn't play with my camera on or anything because I was just making it. I don't know. It just helped me focus a little more, not thinking about chat or anything like that. I don't know who was always watching. I know a couple people had commented some stuff to me, but I just game felt good from start to finish. I know Nazi and them were asking about different levels and stuff. There's different difficulty levels that you can garner from the beginning. I'm just playing it on normal because I really want to get the story and play through my first time on normal. Then I can tell you right now, I will definitely see myself playing this again on a higher difficulty, but I want to go through it what it is. Unless it's like a new game plus. If there's a new game plus after you beat it, then I'll just go right into that with my up weapons, but it'll obviously be a harder game. I would just jump into that. But if there's none of that, then I probably will play this on there's 2 easier levels and 2 harder levels. So there's 5 total levels in total. But yeah, man, game is fun. Game is great. Game feels great. It feels like PS5. The only thing I wish I had now is a higher res, screen and everything like that. I thought about hooking up to my monitor just to get that full impact of everything coming off of, coming out at, because my monitor can go up to 120 FPS. So just be able to get those boosts and stuff from my monitor. I just haven't done it yet. I just been playing on the TV.
Ratchet and Clank supports 120?
I don't know if it supports 120. I just want to be able to. I don't think it does, but I just want to be able to.
It's 60 frames on
both
performance.
Actually, it's 60 or 30. You can set it.
Oh,
for
60
performance settings.
Or 34.
But yeah, but I'm playing on the TV, so I just know that there's restrictions. Plus, also when you play on a bigger TV, you can just tell things are stretched a little more.
Ooh.
So a game like FIFA might work if you want to sit on your couch and play it because you need to be able to see the whole field more. But a single player game like Ratchet and Clank, a condensed screen might be a little better for graphical improvement. But there could also be TV settings that maybe I need to change as well too. That might be able to help me see it a little better too. So I don't know. It could be a mix of things. I haven't played with too many of the settings. I was just wondering how it would look better on my monitor versus the TV. You know.
Okay.
Just trying to see what that comparison would be like. So I'll probably try that over the course of the week at some point. But I do want to keep playing Ratchet and Clank on stream. So I probably will jump back on there and play it on there for anybody interested in that, anybody who wants to see that. I will hop on there. Or if you just want to throw in a tab and mute me or something, that's cool too. But just, throw it up and tab a nigga with a tab.
Yeah, I had it up. It was good for that was a busy day. So it was good to have it up on the side and glance at it. So I appreciate that.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, man. I think Ratchet and Clank is one of those games where, especially if you're busy and you're just like catching it every now and again, you can see something wildly cool happen out the blue and be like, whoa, that was dope as fuck. What's that? But have no idea what's going on. Like the game won't be ruined because you'll be like, I don't know how he even did that. Like, yeah, the game is really cool, man. Those rifts they're cool to jump through and they're not difficult. I thought it was gonna be a little harder to adjust to that. It's not, and it's not as jarring as it looked originally. I think in the trailers they made it look very, what's the word? And maybe we'll get there too. So let me not say that. I'm only 5 hours in, 22%. But at least so far, when I pull through a rift, it doesn't feel so what's the word, I guess? Dizzying. It's not dizzying or like nauseating or anything like that to me. Because you're
disorienting.
Yeah, disorienting is the word. I don't think this is a spoiler either, because essentially what you're doing when you jump through a rift, it's like you're pulling that platform to you. You're not like flying out to something, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Like in the trailer, at least the way my brain perceived it was like you were latching onto I'm covering my face in the camera. It's like you were latching onto the rift and then you kind of flew to the rift and then you went somewhere else. And I could see that being very jarring, but that's not what happens at all. It's more like that area that you're pulling the rift from gets brought to you and places you into that area. And the area is normally not somewhere super random. It's like, it's something that you can already see. Like you already know where you're going. It's just, I need to land on that platform. So it's just not as jarring as you think it is. A
little learning curve involved.
I think so. I don't think it's crazy as a mental training. Crazy of a learning curve. The craziest learning curve for me is the flying. Flying only happens on one stick. But you can remap the controller how you want. So that's up to you. If you guys want to go deep into it. I try to give games the benefit of the doubt and use them the way that the game intended until I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Like, I really need this to be somewhere else to feel comfortable. I try to, do that as well. And this game is similar to Returnal in that there is some alt fire options depending on how much you hit how hard you hit the triggers and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
yeah, I can't wait to get it. Well, I just got it, man. I just kind of thought about it like, let me finish one $70 game before jumping into the next $70 game.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I gotta finish Returnal, and I just gotta sit down and just barrel down. I finished a couple games on my backlog. I just been haven't touched in like years, so now I feel better to jump back into Returnal and just kind of stream a lot of that, dedicate a lot of time to it.
I think this is why I can't be a dedicated streamer, because I go through so many phases.
It's tough. It's actually tough. There's multiple reasons why I'm not consistent.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if I started streaming Returnal? People got super excited to watch me play Returnal, and then I just wake up one morning like, bro, I don't want to play this no more. I'm cool with taking a break. Like, I'll come back to this in 3 months when I feel like it again. Right now, I'm gonna play Far Cry 5, a game that's old, that y'all already saw, that y'all probably don't give a fuck about. But this is what I'm gonna play now, and that's exactly what I did. I put down Returnal, and I was like, cool, I'm playing this now. And I'll go back to Returnal. It's not like back in the college days when niggas was broken, I traded it in. Like, I still own it. I can't get rid of it. I can't get my money back. I gotta go play it eventually. No trade-ins or nothing. I own that game. I will go back and play it. I still think that game is really good. Don't get me wrong. It's not a knock on it. I just personally, I will go through phases where I'm like, maybe I was hype on a game for a bit, and then I'm done with it, and then I'll come back to it, and then I'm not done with it, but I just put it on the shelf for a little bit. Then I'll go grab it off the shelf on an off day, like, oh, you know what? I am in the mood for that. Let me come sprinkle that back in. And right now, I'm watching a lot of sports, so I've been in the mood for playing some of my sports games again. I'm getting Far Cry 5 for me is a great preparation for Far Cry 6 coming up now. So, and getting it for $10 really made me like feel like, okay, yeah, I'm excited for. I'm even more excited for Far Cry 6. I can see some of the similarities now that I'm actually playing 5. Um, so like that, yeah, I will jump into a new random game just because. Like, we talked about Far Cry 6. Far Cry 5 went on sale like 2 or 3 days later. I bought it, and that instantly became what I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Mind you, I was also playing Far Cry 3 because I just wanted to do Outposts, but Far Cry 5 is pretty good with the Outpost and shit, bro. And it's
Is
pretty
it?
good with
Okay,
the weapon
cool.
upgrades. Like, yeah, Ian, there's so many guns that you can put a silencer on, dog. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Outside of the setting, bro, game not really a miss. It's really not. I mean,
I
they
didn't
make
think
you
it would
create your
be.
character, but you don't get to see her really, so it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Unless
that's
you
probably gonna be
die
for
when you
Far
die.
Cry 6.
I made a girl for Far Cry 5, and I thought it was cool. You know, people address you as a woman, but then you don't ever see her face. So it's kind of like you made this character look this way, gave her this hairstyle, these eyes, and all type of shit, but you can't do anything. So I don't know. That was kind of weird to me. But anyways, back on topic. Yeah, man, I just go through this. So like Ratchet and Clank, though, I'm having like a lot of fun playing this game, like a lot. Whereas obviously, Returnal kind of has some of that negative reinforcement where you're pushing yourself to be like, hey, I got to do better than I did last time. Ratchet and Clank is a lot more like when you die or you get punished or whatever, you're kind of more like, well, I probably deserve that for a decision I made. And it's a lot more fun to want to keep coming back in and get with these weapons and use these different weapons for different things. And yeah, man, it's good. It's good. I think it's definitely worth $70. I understand if it's not worth 70 to you back and forth. I am sorry for y'all who have to hear my cat now. Zuko, stop, please.
I don't hear.
Oh,
I don't hear him either.
oh, bless. But yeah, they Ratchet and Clank, great game. I think it's worth $70 in my early impressions. I will upload the streams to YouTube so that people can watch them if they're interested. If they don't want to grab them yet, I'll at least load the first one up. That's the first 5 hours of the game, like literally from the beginning to wherever I stopped. I got through maybe 2 or 3 planets I went to, so I think that's a good little sample size if you're interested in it and you're not sure you want to pick it up. But yeah, man, Ratchet and Clank, great game. Hopefully, in another couple of weeks, I'll come here and really do a spoiler review type thing. Maybe we'll go into. It looked like a big news face draw. I don't know. Was that a big news face draw? Or you?
I'm just showing Halo, and it looks really good.
Okay.
The
Right.
the delay, the graphics are it's 9-day. Continue.
Okay. No.
No, honestly, I've been listening. I mean, I've been pod. I have the Xbox on the side. It's been a pretty good presentation so far. They've showed a lot of gameplay and a lot of release dates for stuff.
Okay. All right. We will.
That
sounds good. That sounds like we got a show coming up.
I need to fit, man. I need PC upgrades. Is my all right.
PC upgrades.
All right. This all right. Okay, just continue, please. I'm not trying to derail.
No. I mean, I was done.
They confirmed the Halo multiplayer is free to play coming out this year. And this is holiday. They didn't put the hard day, but they said holiday this year. All right, continue. Let's continue.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay.
I don't want to derail anything. I just saw it. I was like,
we're coming to the end of the episode anyway. So
all right, they brought the breach hopper back to you. That's my favorite vehicle.
There's nigga.
Oh man.
Y'all about to.
Oh man.
I think this might be the first time the pod gets to really know for a fact how big of a Halo guy you are. I mean, they really knew how much of a Halo fan you were.
I am a bit.
And because it's been such a little bit of a gap, but
I haven't played 5 at all, just because it's non-PC. I'm not getting Xbox One.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, anyway. Again, let's keep it moving. I don't want to derail stuff. We'll when we get to the true E3 episode, then I'll talk about it more.
It'll be dope, man. Y'all look out for that for sure.
Yeah.
That should be a little indication for you, man. That E3 episode should be good, man. Last thing we got today was it's probably the most exciting thing, other than I guess new Halo, is Loki episode 1. You're all super Halo hyped, so I can walk us through this if you need me to, but
I'll walk as best as we can.
Raw is our Marvel our Marvel head guy. And you know, I remember asking you if this was based on a comic. I did look out at some and saw that some of this stuff is based in the comics. Obviously I don't read Marvel comics, so I don't know shit about them. I know
I've never
pieces.
read any Thor and Loki stuff. I'll be honest enough for the pod as well. Record, like I've always been a fan of like the characters as a little kid, but I never really went out for the stories and stuff. The MCU is truly my first foray into a lot of Thor stuff, and Asgard and all that, and Marvel versus Capcom, the 3, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Back in college.
Don't feel bad about Thor, bro. He sucked. He sucked.
I mean, everyone.
He sucked when you were a kid. He sucked.
Thor,
That's fine.
I like Thunder Guy. That's just really what it was. I actually had a Thor shirt at one point in middle school. Yep, I did. But I don't have
it was just you. I know.
It was just me. Yep, you're right. I had a Spider-Man and a Harry Potter shirt thrown up too.
That's the thing, though. Thor was a decent character.
Yeah, just no one knew him, including me.
Written poorly, and he sucked, and they fixed it. Like that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to make it look better, and he looks cooler now. He's a cooler character now.
Yeah, he looked dorky back then. Yeah, MCU elevated Thor stuff after Ragnarok. But so I say all that to say the Loki stuff. I'm learning as much for the outside of a couple of references they made about explaining the timeline stuff. They definitely dropped some Secret Wars stuff in there.
Yes. So cool. Okay, I guess we can kind of get off the ground, right? With like, I thought they did a great job with the overall episode feeling. I thought they did a great job with bringing. You didn't have to watch shit else to hop into this. I feel like they did a great. I know you were saying that you felt like this was the best first episode of a show so far.
I think so. It was like, in my opinion, yes.
I don't know that I agree, but I do think this was the most straightforward. I think this was the one that got us right to the point. They didn't leave us in much suspense for too long in pretty much anything. They kind of, obviously we'll get to it. They told us pretty much who the villain was. They explained to us who this Loki was and what happened and why he's here. Like I just feel like it was pretty decent. Like I'm sorry, that sounded bad. I felt like it was really good. It was a really good first episode. I just don't know for a fact that it was better than the other ones because I'm a fan of also. I don't mind being not necessarily taking out the dark in the first episode. I'm okay with some things still being in the dark initially. So I ain't looking at it that way. But
okay.
I don't know, man. How do y'all want to do it? Y'all want to just jump into the episode, or do y'all want to just give overall impressions first? How y'all want to?
I mean, I guess impressions is good. Overall, I mean, okay. So actually, I'll give the reasons why I think it's the strongest compared to WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier first episode. I think I liked it because I think it, like you said, it was straightforward. Not that I didn't like the intrigue of WandaVision or the kind of like explosive action in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then kind of like the slower parts afterwards of like Bucky and stuff. I just feel like this was a really good episode to introduce us to this, with the time variance authority. Like they're pretty much time cops of the galaxy. And they did a really good job of laying out the rules of that area. Give an brief explanation of why they exist and who created them. They pretty much made the Infinity Stones like baby stuff in that universe compared to
paperweights.
He said paperweights, and they had like a whole drawer thing, like little toys or something. They had like two huge, I think they were Soul Stones. They had two huge Soul Stones, which was weird.
Soul Stones, yeah.
Served an excellent.
And it was like, we just use these as
so it's like they're different sizes.
Power scaling.
Yeah, it's really.
This nigga said, yes, this nigga said some of the guys, some of them.
Yeah, this was
just some of the guys here.
Yeah, just yeah, green's my favorite color. But yeah, like and then Loki. I mean, this is like 2012 Loki, so it's funny, like us, especially if you you don't have to necessarily know all the movies because they kind of give us a quick spiel of certain stuff. Like they even have a part where he looks into like what happens to the future of him and led up to his demise and stuff. He got like quick character development. When we saw pretty much everything up to that iteration of Loki, of being like kind of brash, like, oh, I'm the god of mischief. You can't hold me forever, trying to like dip out and just being like, no. Owen Wilson's character, Mobius, which Mobius strip, time and whatever, infinite things. I I don't know. Me personally, it's just cool. I like Owen Wilson as an actor. I mean, he's not like like some Oscar level actor or anything, but for the stuff he's been in, I enjoyed him as an actor. I think he's an all right person. But it's cool to see him, one, come back to more of a bigger role, and two, he's in the MCU, so his brand of humor is there. But his character is interesting enough to where it's like these time cop people, they run off strict rules of like, yo, this person is an anomaly. We have to bring them and arrest them, or we gotta delete them if they try and do some weird shit. They call them the variants, when there's like alternate universe and they're just doing stuff outside of what should be the set norm for their life and stuff. And he's just like, oh, we want to, he sees something different in Loki, and that detail in the episode, they kind of pretty much explain what to expect for this show, the rest of the episode, where Loki will also be a time cop, where it's like he has to rein in other variants of Loki from different universes, and they tease at the very end. We don't get one, or who that person is, but it's interesting. It kind of lays out like this is way bigger than like everything else so far, and it's pretty wild. So I really like the just introduction to that world, and the music was really good. The visuals are really good. I mean, the visuals are always good in MCU. I don't think there's really anything where it's like, oh, I don't like that. But I love
the way they showed the city that was in.
That
was dope. And he was like, and Loki was like, I thought there was no magic here, and he was like, there's not.
Nah, bro, we just up here, bro. Like
we just like that. We just like this. I don't know what you're talking about, but this happens here. I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, that was a really cool visual. Ian,
it was man, it was fantastic. I do also agree that this was probably the best first episode out of the three. I mean, it wasn't as action packed, I guess, as what was it, Falcon and Winter Soldier was, but I do appreciate that it was straightforward, and it gave you exactly what you were going to get out of this show. Off top. So that was really solid. I do like the explanation of everything, though there are still some things that are mysterious about it. We still haven't seen the I guess Time Lords. I don't even know what they're called. What are they called again?
The time variants.
The gods of the time stream.
Oh, the timekeepers. The
timekeepers. Yeah. We haven't seen them yet, and I'm really excited to see what that looks like.
A lot of theories about them too.
Yeah. I saw some theories that this might be alluding to a big timeline war type situation.
The Secret Wars thing.
They dropped actually, just really quickly, I just remembered that when they were explaining, doing the breakdown of like how the timeline works in the MCU in general now. Yeah. Excuse me. They said like it leads to a bunch of madness when there are these variants in these multiverses, and I was like, yo, it's so close to just saying
and they said multiverse of madness. And they madness. Yeah.
They're like 2 cents away from each other. I'm like,
yeah.
You know what I
call madness with the multiverses.
They wild. Yeah. They know what they're doing. They wild. Yeah. They crazy. So
I will say I'm a sucker for time travel in shows. Like if it's done well with action and superpowers, then sign me right up for time travel. Like that's why I watch Legends of Tomorrow. Time travel is just, sign me up for it. I'm interested.
Yeah.
I think this show, it's so interesting how they do stuff with the MCU because, there was one point in the show where they hit this point of explaining it, and the timekeepers, they're very interesting because they don't come from the beginning of time. They come from the end of it.
Right.
So it's almost like no matter what you do, you can't really, now we know time works differently in the Time Variance Authority, but you can't really affect anything because everything you've done has already happened, right? Like they come from the end of time, not the beginning of time. They don't predate everything. They post-date everything. I think that is a key thing to remember about all of this.
And they're just trying to make sure that everything happens the way it was supposed to happen.
It was supposed to happen for them to do their thing. They protect the timeline from the way it's supposed to happen in order for them. So my thing is, I don't want to go on. I don't want to go off on a theory too much. I don't want to go off on a theory too much.
Exist at the end of it.
So that's what it is. So then, what's their motivation? Do they come from a timeline where they exist? So now they make sure that their existence is the ultimate timeline, or
I was wondering that too. Actually, like, are they upkeeping their specific timeline dictated by, I guess, the timekeepers of that universe?
Yeah. Who has ordained that this is the timeline of events that things are supposed to happen in?
That's what what's his name asked. Actually,
that's exactly what Loki asked.
Yeah, it is what he asked.
And they didn't have an answer. They said the timekeepers,
and that's.
But where do the timekeepers come from? Which is why we can have these theories about, well, maybe the timekeepers are just trying to protect their own asses to exist.
Yeah, to exist.
And that's where a lot of the Kang the Conqueror theories have now come from with this whole stuff.
Yeah, true.
People are saying that one of the timekeepers looks like him. I think that's a bit of a stretch.
I don't know.
It could be him. It could be him. I don't know. I just don't think that the timekeeper that they're saying is him looks enough like him. Now, I don't read MCU comics. Maybe that works out exactly how it should work out, and that's exactly who that is. I just don't think that character looks exactly like him to me. I think that's just the only humanoid-looking timekeeper that you have. So I don't know for a fact about that. But there have been a lot of Kang the Conqueror theories and stuff going around with this. Obviously, they talked about secret wars, and obviously the timekeepers and the TVA, they talk about the secret wars as if they've already happened, but they haven't happened yet in our world, in the real world, or in the MCU, because I just think that's so much. I love when they do those concepts that you have to think about as you're thinking about anything else in the show. Right? Like anything else, everything else in this show is affected by the fact that the timekeepers come from the end of time. The whole show is affected by that. Take whatever else you want. Everything else has that fact alone has the chance to affect how anything else in this show plays out. And I think that's such a cool thing to have to work around. That's really dope. That's really dope, man. Yeah. I'm loving this show. We kind of touched on most of it. I don't know. Were there any like big moments in the show where you guys were like, well, I guess I'll share my first one. The moment when he saw his own death.
His own death.
Actually, two moments. When he was watching his own life as a whole, I think that was one of my favorite moments. But when he saw his mom get killed off from the dudes he thought were going to kill Thor, and then when he saw himself die, I think those two moments were very like well done. Like I think they were very much pull on your heartstring moments.
Yeah.
While it also still had action moments. I thought that was cool. I thought that was a really good moment.
I think my moment would be when Owen Wilson tells Loki that his purpose was to help the Avengers fulfill their ultimate purposes.
Yeah,
that was his whole thing. I was like, oh wow, and all the questions they were asking Loki, like, why are you so hell bent on
doing this?
It was really interesting.
The god of mischief.
Yeah, really.
Like, why do you want to hurt people?
I did see some quick theory. I'm gonna brush over real quick about how, like, I guess it's a theory I just never really paid attention to over years. But some people it's thought that even back to the first Avengers movie, like the Mind Stone was actually like having him have this intent of taking over Earth and all that stuff, and just
but he never really wanted to do it himself,
right? And it never was truly like it was never truly like brought up like that, because the Mind Stone has been in Vision ever since Age of Ultron. So we haven't really seen other Mind Stone effects since
on
then.
Anybody else, yeah.
So yeah, and he's a synthetic being that's just powered by the Mind Stone. So
yeah, it
was an interesting theory. I don't know if we'll see anything like that. But yeah,
I can't remember. I don't remember who we were talking about or who I was talking to about it, but maybe it was probably Ashley, to be honest. Who else I'm talking to? I talked to y'all and Ashley. But I think I was talking to her about it, and we were talking about how interesting it is, like in real life, if you think about like your life's purpose, we all have an idea of what maybe we think. Not saying we all have an idea. Some of us have an idea of what we think our purpose is, or what we want our purpose to be, or maybe where we want to get in life, the goals and things like that. But the reality is you really don't know what your purpose is. And the sadder, darker reality is that your purpose may just be to push somebody else. I do know exactly where it came from. I won't say it here because I just don't want conversation to go that way. But I do remember where it came from. But I feel like your purpose in life could be to die at the right time for somebody else to be inspired in some way or to do something some way. And as fucked up as that sounds, that could be your purpose. Like that could have been your whole reason for being here. And I, you know, and I think this show is doing a very clever way of showing you that in a way that's more digestible than what I just said. Because what I just said is a harsh reality to take in. Like that's something harsh to even have to really think about. Like you're 14 and your friend dies. Like from whatever reason.
Told that guy, oh yeah, that was his purpose to
Yeah,
die.
of course that sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
that sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
But what does that effect have on anybody else in the world? You know what I mean? Like you just have no idea. It might not even be somebody he knew that his death affected him. You know what I'm saying? Like you understand? That's what I mean. Everything in life is connected in a way. There are these little pieces. And I do think it is important for kids to understand that, yeah, that villain may have a goal. He may have a goal, or that person may have a goal. That doesn't mean that's what that person's purpose is, though. You know what I mean? And maybe along their goal, they reach their purpose, which is to, I keep using that because I just feel like it's an easy one, but like inspire somebody. But it could just be to affect somebody in the right way. It could be to put somebody in the right position. You know what I mean? And once you've done that, now your job here is done. You know, it could be anything for what your purpose is. You know, it doesn't mean, but I do think that's an interesting way to teach that concept, because I do believe in me personally. I don't want to speak for everybody. I'm not saying that is true or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying for me, I do subscribe to that you just don't know what shit is for. You have no idea. You know what I mean? And I just think that the show did it such a interesting way of attack. I didn't expect that level of for him to see that his actions caused his mother's death, and then for him, even though it's not really his mother, but whatever, you know what I mean? For him to see that the actions caused his mother's death, and then he dies. You know what I mean? And for him having to watch it, and then he sees that it says the end. You're at the time variance authority. You're operating outside of the typical time stream. It's the end, bro. Ain't no extra footage on your film, bro. That's finito, dunzo. That's it.
And at that moment is when he started taking this entire world seriously.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like
yeah, man. And that's why I feel like, just as people, and I don't mean to be on like a whatever, but man, I just feel like if you can see that for what it is in the show and the lesson is trying to show you there, I just feel like you take that as, man, live to be the best version of yourself, because you never know who else you could be affecting with your actions, negatively or positively. You don't think the United States has enemies across the world for people we've attacked? Yeah, maybe our government was mad at their government, but innocent people died. You don't think that made some little kid upset? You don't think that kid might grow up and we call him a terrorist when he wants to come bomb America? But you know what I'm saying? Like it's that. I'm just saying your actions affect everything, man. We're all in a universe. You can affect the equilibrium of things. You don't even know how you could do it. And I think this show just has a really cool way of showing us that concept. Loki thinks he's doing all these grand things and thinks his purpose is to be the biggest ruler of Midgar and all this. No, you just supposed to inspire them niggas, actually. That was your job. But if you devalue that, it'll make you feel like you're less than that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I do think that is dope, man. I do think that part was really, really dope. Yeah. Rod, did you tell us your favorite part?
Well, no, honestly, my favorite part, two parts are tied. It's when Loki looks at his entire life that we've seen thus far, the MCU, just kind of like just the heavy like realization of damn son, and also trivializing the entire like Infinity Saga, as they call it, with just the drawer of Infinity Stones. And like if you look at that and see how many duplicates of certain stones are, it's actually interesting.
Yeah,
because it makes me think back of like Endgame when Hulk was talking to the Ancient One, old lady on the roof, and just like taking stones away and creating that separate timeline and stuff. Yep. And it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just interesting. It seems that others have done that, and clearly they've come there, and time variance people just delete them or something. Just been like, nah. Stop messing with time, bro. Stop it.
Isn't that interesting? I feel like that concept
that is super interesting
when you think about it, because that means at any time if you did something off the path,
They could come and scoop you up.
They
Be
just
like, that's
reset
it.
you, and you don't know any better. You just
Right.
they just boop. Nope, that doesn't happen. Actually, you don't get that. That's over. And, like, I don't know. That's great. Can
My
you
thing
imagine if
about
you
it
found
though,
that?
Mm-hmm.
with the whole deleting time variances, if you delete them, if you pull them from that time and delete them, and they no longer exist, doesn't that affect the entire timeline?
No, because the time variant. So the nexus that happens when Loki steals the Tesseract, that
Mhm.
creates a nexus timeline away from the original timeline where he gets taken back to jail.
Take me at the
Or, sorry,
Asgard.
to
Yeah,
Asgard. My bad.
So the
yeah,
action
Thor takes him
of
to Asgard.
the,
Yeah.
as,
So
the
when
action
you-
of taking the thing created two separate Lokis.
Every time, yeah. So every time you do something, so only going based on the timekeeper's logic on it. Anytime you do something that's not supposed to happen in the sacred timeline, you create an alternate. Or better yet, let's even backtrack it. Take it away from the MCU explanation. I look at, like, if you looked at real life, the idea of realities, all right? Anytime you have a choice to make, two paths branch off. So two realities happen. It's not that there's two versions of you. It's just that two realities happen. In one reality, you made the left choice. In another reality, you made the right choice. Call it timelines, realities, whatever you want to call them, multiverses, whatever dimensions, whatever you want to call them. Imagine that there's infinite of those, and in one of those, you make an opposite decision to the one that you're consciously making today.
And the
Right
time
now.
cops delete the opposite.
We'll delete
decision.
the other one if it goes too crazy. Yeah. To preserve that this time, because if Loki was able to succeed in the Tesseract thing and do his thing over there, who knows
So that's
how
why
he could
there's
have
so
came
many
back and
different
affected other
variants.
timelines. That's why there's so
of
many different
him.
variants of, and not just him, but also the time zones and stuff. People accidentally getting there. Like, Loki didn't mean that. That plan just didn't go the way it was supposed to go, and the Loki just ended up having a perfect opportunity to grab the Tesseract and dipping.
Yeah.
Right. But we knew that that couldn't be what was supposed to happen because we'd already seen that play out when we saw that happen in Endgame or whatever that was when they went back. So we knew that that must have created something new, which is obviously what we're seeing now on the show. But now we know that Loki isn't necessarily going to infect the entire MCU or change the course of events because he did that. He can't. The time variance people have stepped in and removed him from it so that he can't affect the Earth or whatever he was going to try to affect in that moment. Because he would have been in a new timeline, but unbeknownst to him, he would be operating as if he is the man. He doesn't know that. It's just like now. Like, if we were to find out that other timelines or dimensions or realities are real, we wouldn't have known that before then. But there could be a completely different version of the three of us sitting here. Like, you know what I mean? We have no idea. So, and I also think it's cool that the same thing is essentially happening at Ratchet and Clank. No spoilers. You're just in another dimension where the similar people are doing similar things. I don't think that's a spoiler, but it's just the similar people. There's similar characters in both dimensions, but they're the same version of. They just don't know. They didn't know the other one existed until. That's why we need dimensional travel so we can know if other versions of us exist.
So I can slap the other one.
Bro, you telling me if we had done this, this was the.
Bro, that was the
catalyst. Also, universe
go crazy if we found that out.
Oh man,
we go crazy if we knew that. Like, you telling me there's another version of me that's you're doing what? A version of me with Rihanna? Yeah,
no. There's a version of me with Rihanna.
You mean me in this universe is just a big colossal L, and you went in? You in the W universe?
Telling me I'm broke over here and you didn't come and get me, nigga.
I'm in the L universe.
You in the W universe. I can't believe it.
Man.
You in the W universe.
I'll be
the
sick.
Apple Dub universe. It is.
The Dub universe.
Sick.
You be sick over here, man. Nah, man. Yeah.
But the way it'll play out is you're catching all the L's, but you're doing the L's in order for your next person or maybe your son or something to be the W.
Possibly.
And in the other universe,
yeah,
you're the one with the W's, but your son is sacrificed.
Kid might be a crack addicted, cocaine, perky popping. You never know, man.
I never know, man. Flip
of
side
everything. Are, man. Great.
Never know what the trade-offs are.
Grass is always greener, man. Don't go.
You're right. You're right.
Let's tough it out in our own dimension, guys. Let's tough it out in our own.
Tough it out. Yeah, that's
our own timeline.
Invest our mental capacity on what could have been.
For sure. I do think the timelines be crashing from time to time, though, man. Mandela effect for sure. some shit just be happening in our reality. I'm just like, nah, fam, that can't just be a thing. Like, nah, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. I got an end topic first. I knew what our first topic was supposed to be, and now I remember what it was going to be. We're gonna end on that. I feel like we kind of covered the episode well. It was a good episode. I think we all loved it. I did like the part where Owen Wilson. Oh, that's what I meant to go back. I think Owen Wilson compliments
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston. I think they complement each other really well.
They do.
I don't know the character that Owen Wilson is portraying, Morbius. I don't know if he fits that character well or not. I have no idea on that. I don't read comics. I don't read Marvel comics. Shout out to Pass. But I do know when characters have like a certain chemistry on screen and it works. And it really works. And I don't know if y'all like listen to man, I gotta remember what this thing was, but there was basically this interview with Owen Wilson, maybe, and he was talking about like getting up to speed in the MCU and kind of understanding his character and the other characters around him.
Oh, Tom Hiddleston gave him like a spiel or whatever.
Tom Hiddleston is so obsessed with Loki. I love that, bro.
Probably read everything. He's probably the Loki stan in comics Loki, right
bro.
now.
He's obsessed with Loki
become
now.
That character. That's cool.
I think that is so dope because that's really
cool.
Obviously R.I.P. Heath Ledger, but that's when you see that level of dedication to a character and then you see it come out. I don't think I can ever see anybody else as Loki now. And for me, obviously, when we get older, somebody else may play him or whatever. And I don't know, other variants of him in a TV show or something, maybe it's different. But Tom Hiddleston is Loki. He has done such a good job of embodying that role. I'm like, yeah, but he fits. He does the smirks right. He has the, you know what I mean? Like, he knows how to be just enough of an asshole, but you know that he still feels something a little bit. He does a great job. I think he does an amazing job, Tom Hiddleston does. And I think Owen Wilson is a great compliment to him in this. Whether that's because they've both studied the material or they've worked a lot of extra time in, because Tom Hiddleston is clearly crazy about being the best Loki he can be. I just think they did a great job, man. And I think Owen Wilson really matches with him well in this show. Yeah, I wanted to say that earlier when you were mentioning that. That I feel like they really thought that was good. When Owen Wilson was constantly rewinding Loki in the room and like constantly made him do whatever, I thought that was really dope. But then when Loki got the best of him and then took it, I was like, oh,
man, okay. Is he about to get out for real? Like,
I was like, are they just really gonna throw a flip on this completely? He just escapes, like he gonna escape and join the other threat. I thought that was, I don't know. I thought that was really cool. And then obviously, I guess we can move on. We got to like towards the end, we got to the big bad. And they basically said, so I'm confused. I've seen some reports saying that the big bad that they're chasing is Lady Loki. I don't think he said it was Lady Loki. He said we're chasing you. He didn't say for a fact. Now it could be Lady Loki, but I just don't think he said for a fact.
That's one of the Lokis. Because he said there's multi. He wants to. Yeah, because
so is this Loki trying to stop a bunch of other Lokis, or is this Loki trying to stop? Is there just one Loki and then he got like minions? Is it like one king variant Loki that has a bunch of other variant Lokis that they're controlling to fuck over?
I don't know. I think it might be like an even split between a few Lokis or something. I don't know. I do know about Lady Loki just because of like YouTubers, that just follow behind the scenes. And I do listen to a Marvel podcast where they're involved in like the studio stuff, like they see script stuff or whatever. So I do know that, but I don't know about anything else after that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. That'd be really cool. I saw a lot of people upset because they were. People jumped on Mephisto because of the.
Oh, that's a meme now.
Oh, I mean, we know that, but I thought it was hilarious because we saw the picture.
Yeah, they showed the stained glass.
When, the stained glass.
They introduced Mobius with the other child. That might be a Loki too. I don't know, but I think a child Loki or something. They put the Fortnite llamas in Forza. All right, maybe it's my boomer moment. Or wait, no, I'm tripping. These are just straight up pinatas. I need to relax.
Oh, okay. Because like, come on, bro, don't do this. Like,
no, only because it's because it's in Mexico. And the game looks fantastic. I know Forza memes, but it does look really good. But it's in Mexico. Oh. So they have a mode where you just hit a bunch of pinatas in a row and get points because it's all open world racing. Okay, sorry, derail. I just it got me a little bit because Fortnite's everywhere and I'm tired of seeing everywhere. That's my boomer moment. Anyway. But yeah, Yeah, multiple Lokis, and maybe that could be how, because we know this is the only MCU Disney Plus show that's gonna have another season that's confirmed. So maybe whatever happens in this, maybe one of those other Lokis will be the star of that one. I don't know.
I wonder if they. I think the reason it's got an extra season is because I think they realized they can use this series to kind of do whatever they want with the MCU.
They can actually,
right? Like without the time variant people, right? Not to say without them, but say Loki ends up running the time variants, or he manipulates them, or he becomes in charge, or something, right? Now he got two options. He could do whatever, but he could also just say, "Hey, I want people's lives to be open-ended. No one gets to control where you end, or no one gets to say you end here. Your story is open-ended." Does that not allow people who died in the past episode, in the MCU to come back? That allows us to get different variants and stuff. Would that not open the doors for Black Panther to now look like a little different than Chadwick Boseman? So we don't have to kill off T'Challa necessarily in the MCU. Maybe you can do something a little different or bring him back. Maybe not in Black Panther 2. Maybe you figure out a way to do that without him, since you've kind of already started down that path. But maybe you can bring him back using this as some sort of explanation for maybe why he doesn't look the exact same as he did before, because this is sort of flipped.
I've been thinking about the Black Panther future in the MCU, and I don't know. I think it's the first time where I'm having doubts about stuff. I don't want to derail into that either, but like they confirmed that the main villain for the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie is gonna be Namor, which is interesting. Shout out to DC and Aquaman. That's probably why Marvel's doing that now.
Yes.
Among other probably X-Men reasons, perhaps.
And that as well.
Yeah, but
the time variants can bring them in too.
Easily.
You can use the time variants to explain why. Oh, we didn't feel like they fit the perfect. They didn't feel like these mutants fit the perfect timeline. So your powers have been held back.
I do still think the Eternals movies is going to explain a number of things. They're probably going to use that as a vehicle to be like, where's the mutants been and all that stuff. So that's another. I'll talk about that off the air or whatever. But overall, Marvel's it's crazy. I think
Loki did a good job, but I think we said that though, right? Like we started off this way. We knew this was gonna hit. We knew this was gonna hit
easily.
I guess I feel odd because I guess I do. I guess I like the not X-Files, but like I like the mysterious feel that I got from the first episode of WandaVision. I think they could have leaned more into the maybe the horror side of that first episode, like when you had the mom, not the mom, but Mrs. Hart.
Dude choking.
Yeah, the choking and Mrs. Hart. Like they could have leaned into more of that throughout the episode, and that might have made it a better episode for me. But I liked where that was going, and obviously Falcon and Winter Soldier had more like just the action, and obviously like the black guy. So I'm super into that. This I think was good. I do think it was probably better than maybe it is the best. Maybe I do agree with y'all. But I also felt like this. Also, you know what it is? Maybe I'm not giving enough credit because I went into this feeling like this is going to be great, and it was great.
Yeah,
so it did exactly what I expected it to be. I enjoyed it, man. Wednesday's about to be up. Wednesdays are up,
for real.
Wednesdays are up. Do we need to ask Cairo his opinions on?
Cairo crying right now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
It's because we didn't ask what he felt.
It's probably because he felt like his opinion wasn't being heard.
He's like, yo, they're not even trying to get my opinion on Loki, man. I'm here to tell them. That's why I got here before the man tried to get here before the show started to tell us about Loki and what he probably already seen the whole thing. Come on, man. We seen Soul. He probably saw the whole thing.
Probably already saw the whole thing, yeah.
Right
before he came down, and now he's like, yo, let me tell you, and we just over here doing a pod just without him. That's crazy. Here's the last thing that I wanted to end the pod. Well, actually, sorry. Back up. Any last things on Loki? I did think Loki was overall great. I think it was going to be great going forward.
I can't wait for Wednesdays. Finally, my hump days have meaning.
Right.
Outside of the memes.
Oh
wow!
All right, so we're all
the Xbox shows is wrapping up. They're showing like a last thing. I don't know if this is the. But yeah, continue.
Okay. So we are all in agreement. Loki looks great. We're gonna be excited to keep watching these on Wednesdays. Do you know how many episodes it is?
6.
6 episodes. Okay, so that's solid. That's not even long, which is a little annoying. I want it to be like 10 or 11, 12, 13
let's just
episodes.
let's just put both seasons together. Let's get a whole 12. Can we
Let's
do
just
that?
do 12. I think that's better for all of us, but what do I know? So that'll be good, man. Look out for that. We're gonna do weekly ones on that. I know some people ask like, "Oh, you guys didn't do it for Bad Batch," but because we're not all watching Bad Batch, and I don't know that y'all care about Star Wars. But if y'all care about Star Wars and you feel like we should do it, then I guess maybe I don't know. We'll figure out something. But by the way, Bad Batch is still really good.
Yeah.
Did that end?
No, it's not over
Nah,
yet.
it's still going.
I don't know how many episodes. Honestly, I don't remember how many episodes it is, so I'm just watching every week just because.
If
but
they
it's
don't
still
ever,
really
if
good.
they never ended, then you just keep watching.
Thanks. I hope it never ends. No, man, we will keep watching it. At the end of it, though, yeah, me and Ian will probably just try to do a short on it and talk about it and what we liked, disliked, and all the rumors and things going around. I tried to tell you about a couple little rumors. They haven't come true yet, at least not that I've seen. So we will see, but that's going somewhere. This is the last thing I want to end the podcast on because I thought this was the funniest shit ever. And it only just sparked back in my mind because we were talking about onions. We're talking about, that's going to make sense in like 2 seconds. We're talking about realities clashing. And I have been saying for the last like 3 to 4 years that I genuinely believe that we have crashed with the reality where all the Onion articles are real articles.
Yeah.
Because this week, there was a real politician. It doesn't even matter what party he's affiliated with. Let me look at the camera. It doesn't matter what party he's affiliated with, genuinely. Generally could not care less. A real politician told real other politicians that to combat global warming and climate change, if we could consider moving or adjusting the moon and its rotation.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That was
Hold
so
on,
ridiculous.
Hold on. Then he doubled down and said, and if that's not possible, what about we change the Earth's rotation?
I'm tired of these old people saying dumb stuff like this.
Before you ask, yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is that.
Yeah.
He ain't this, he that.
Yeah.
He that. And he said that.
Ian's background.
He is allowed to get paid a
yeah.
lot of money to be a politician and make decisions for people. He says shit like that, bro. Mind
He's
you,
a politician, not a scientist.
Hold on. He asked the Bureau of Land Management if they knew if we could move the Earth or the moon rotation to combat climate change. First of all, let's talk about this. I have to get this on my chest. I think this is the craziest shit that's ever been said ever in life, and I don't understand how this is real. I did not think this could be real, and it's real. He really said it. Here's the thing. Not only has he said it, he doubled down on it that day. He's doubled down on it again now, basically saying that since we don't understand, here's my thing. I think if you're going to present something like that, you have to have a plan. You have to have some sort of idea. You better have a space laser, a magnet, or something that says, hey, if we do this, we can move the Earth. That's first. Second, this nigga's a politician. Does he just think all the other countries on this planet are just going to sit by while America moves the Earth or the moon? Does he think that won't cause an all-out world war? Like, could you imagine? The rest of the world already thinks America's stupid. They already think we're all idiots. And now you think they're going to go, well, America said we should move the world. So let's just trust them. That's not going to happen, bro. That's not going to happen. Mind you, if we move it one way or the other, you're probably either going to burn the planet or send us into a permanent ice age.
Yeah.
Like, what? There's a reason no one lives on Venus, bruh, or Mars.
We're already in the Goldilocks zone.
We're in the perfect place, and you want to fuck that up because y'all niggas don't want to drive fuel efficient cars and shit? Are you kidding me? Only a white man in America could have the audacity to say that shit for real, bruh, and mean it. Couldn't understand that shit, bro. He said that shit with his chest, my nigga. With his chest. Hey, man, it's getting a little hot in the winter. It's getting a little cold in the summer. Hey, why don't we just move the planet? See if that works. Has anybody tried that? Have y'all tried moving the planet? Well, shit, bro. All these scientists, he didn't go to NASA. He went to the Bureau of Land Management, bro. Land Management. He didn't go ask Elon Musk and SpaceX. He went to the Bureau of Land. Go look what the Bureau of Land. You know what? It's fine. It's fine, guys. People, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's the stupidest shit I've actually ever heard come out of an adult in real life, and they mean it. I don't think you could say anything dumber than we had Trump for 4 years and he didn't say anything this stupid. He said a lot of racist shit. He said a lot of fucked up shit. He didn't say anything this stupid. Not that I remember. He might have. But he ain't suggest moving a planet or a moon.
Oh, nah. Well, he suggested ingesting bleach to cure COVID.
Yeah, but if you thought that, but I think we all knew.
That's like normal stupid.
Okay.
This dude was advanced stupid. This man overthought his stupidity, and
that's what I mean.
Said it to like a general populace or whatever. It's just like, good lord.
The bleach thing, I almost. We already have to have a warning on bleach, right? Like we already have to have a warning on bleach. So since that already exists, like, fine. Him saying drink it and then whatever. But this nigga suggested we potentially end all human life on Earth to combat climate change that humans caused.
Was there a reason as to why he thought moving the moon would do anything?
Oh, it is. It's just stupid.
Very stupid.
I can go. Let me see if I can find the article again.
I understand why he would think that moving the Earth maybe further away from the sun might help.
Why would you think that would help?
I would understand why.
Because stupid people don't understand how far shit is in fucking space.
Yeah. So I get why he would think that would help. But I don't understand why he would think that moving the moon would help. I don't understand that. I don't get that. I can see how in a very fundamental understanding of the rotation of the Earth, or is he talking about moving it further away from the sun, or is he talking about just changing the Earth's rotation?
He's talking about changing the Earth. First of all, he's talking about changing the Earth's rotation. He says,
first of all, that would kill us all.
Yes, I know that. We all know that. Anybody would have a fucking brain who spent 2 seconds in a science class knows that shit. How the fuck you get to be a career politician and you get to go on a house floor and talk to an actual bureaucratic committee and
I'm tired of these people having
platforms. The rotation of the Earth. I do not get fired immediately, bro.
If the Earth stops rotating just to change its direction, we'd fly off the Earth.
Are you serious?
Fly off the Earth.
And you think that the world would not plunge into disarray because America? What? Literally for 2 seconds. Even if he had the math that said this could work. Let's pretend for a fact in some fantasy Kryptonian universe that this could possibly work and change climate change. Who the fuck would believe us? Who on earth would believe American scientists? Who? Fucking no one, bro. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen suggested at all. You don't even have to be smart to know this is stupid. You just have to have paid attention in middle school like for 30 seconds to go, bro, that don't sound right. That sounds pretty stupid, bro. I don't think you can do that. I don't think, like, Space Day was probably the most interesting day of like the early science classes when you ever got to talk about space. If you listened or read the book for a little bit, you was like, hey, bro, I don't think you can't do that. Like, and the people, like, I'm more upset really with the people who sat there and let him keep speaking. Why did y'all let him keep saying that shit? Like, why was that allowed? Why was he allowed? Like, now, bro, like, that shit really pissed me off, dog. How the fuck is this nigga allowed to be a politician, dog? He said this shit on camera, dog.
I say that about a lot of politicians, like 90%.
But this is like, bro, what the fuck?
And they make more than me and get better tax breaks. It's stressful. I don't think about it too much.
Dog.
I don't even talk about tax breaks.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? What you mean, bro? You just had yourself a little tax break.
Hey, man, the vows.
You ain't really get to capitalize on. Hey, you know what? Nah, man. No tax breaks. Okay, my nigga. Ain't no
Yeah,
tax
no
breaks
tax
on these ends.
Uh,
Should we owe in taxes, my nigga?
You just had a baby. Don't you get to tell the government like, hey,
No,
yo,
we didn't. No,
brought
that
new life
was
into the world.
we. If we were able to file in like June or July, then maybe.
Yeah, y'all should have
We
waited for
weren't
that
able to. We
extension.
weren't
Y'all
able
should
to.
have waited and filed for an extension.
And
man.
also, it was last year's taxes. He wasn't here last year.
So
Can't claim him.
y'all were preparing for him. I don't know. I can tell you niggas anything. Hey, we was saving up for diapers. We was stockpiling diapers before. I don't know, niggas. I owe y'all what? Damn. Yo, the government, man, yo. This is a crazy ass place. This is a crazy ass place we live in.
Man, we just
It's
part of the
wild.
ride. This is their world at this point.
It's
Jesus.
wild that we live in this planet with so many people that are allowed to be this powerful and say stupid shit.
I'm just glad that there was a resounding. You're
What the fuck are you
stupid.
talking about?
What the fuck are you talking? Because if somebody was like,
What an interesting idea. You know, we should
that
get our best
is
scientists
when
on that.
we should consider taking a flight off this planet.
Republican congressmen suggest changing moon's orbit to fight climate change. That is a real, genuine news article in 2021. In June 2021,
These
that is a
people vote
news
on
article
things that affect all of us in this country.
with video.
It is
With
so bad,
video.
bro. It's
No, video.
so bad.
It's not like these are a quote from somebody who. This is video. Video we have like.
I mean, it's not super surprising. These are some of the same dudes that, like, when they tried to debunk global warming, this dude walked in with a snowball in his hand, said it's not melting, it's still frozen in my hand, and I was like, I can't.
Yo,
If aliens come through and it's like the universe has had enough, I'd be like, that's a fair argument.
Nah, we have enough. We have no facts. Wipe us out, please. They're fine. Take us all out. My mom raised me. He said the good have to suffer the bad sometimes. I'll suffer for everybody else. Just take us out, bro. If you can just make it quick and easy, just wipe us out because this is ridiculous, bro.
This man don't understand it works both ways, man.
Man, it's like, what are you talking about?
Oh, they're
bro?
doing the
Like,
Halo multiplayer review
man,
tomorrow.
like,
Oh, yes, sir.
does he think it's like
Keeps the cold out or keeps the cold in.
he just like,
Keeps the
bro,
heat
what?
out.
I say we wrap up before this keeps going. We
I'm
could
sorry,
go
man.
on
Yeah,
about
man.
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just,
For
that was
sure.
just, yeah. That's
It
the craziest
is distressing.
I've ever seen. Like, that
Very
is so
distressing.
disappointing. Like,
It's an impressive amount of stupidity.
it's
I
like,
would say.
what?
Like, wow, you did that.
Who
You
said that?
concocted that thought.
His daughter is like ashamed. He has a daughter who they asked, and she was just like, I don't really know where he got that from.
So he told me about that, and I told him, don't you ever utter that outside of this house, and he did it anyway. So here we are.
I guess y'all just have to talk to him. I don't know. Like, bro, yeah, man. I'm sorry.
He off his meds.
I'm
man.
sorry, man. That shit is something else, bro. That shit is something else. Hold on, real quick, just to tell y'all. I don't even just cut it if I need to. But no, I just closed that up. Oh no, never mind. It's right here. Just to tell y'all, that is Texas Republican Congressman Louis Gohmert. I don't care if I pronounce his name wrong or not. He don't deserve to have his name pronounced correctly. That nigga is stupid. No, I'm sorry. He don't even deserve to be called. That white man is stupid. Okay. That white man is stupid. He has lost his mind. He should be put into a cell somewhere. The same cells that they put niggas like the Joker in. Remember last week when I said, imagine if you was just a regular nigga and you had to be in a cell with like Killer Croc and shit. He should be in the cell with them niggas. Because if you think that way, you're gonna turn into one of them niggas eventually. You need to be in the cell with all the crazy ass villains because you are fucking lost your mind. Like, Orbit of Earth sounds like a Lex Luthor, like Dark Side grand villain plot. Like, oh, we'll orbit the Earth, freeze. Like Mr. Freeze, like, oh, if I change the Earth's rotation by 3 degrees, the whole Earth will freeze over, and then I'll rule over everything with my Ice Queen. Like, yeah, that sounds like a Batman plot, my nigga. That's not a real. Okay. Anyways, guys. Anyways,
yeah, man. I gotta make some food before this. I'm hungry. We've been going. We've been going for a minute. Oh. Okay.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for listening. I won't hold you any longer than this, but I just, oh God. I don't remember all my outros. Oh. Shout out to Cam, who's in the other room.
He walked over here. I think he
Did he come
He
in for a
wanted
second?
Yeah, he was over here. I think he was trying to tell me he was stepping away for a second, but Xbox show's done.
Okay.
I mean, all I'll say just from glancing at while it's been muted, while we've been doing this whole pod, this has been their best conference in years.
That's not saying much. The bar is pretty low.
I mean, their show hasn't been terrible.
I'm interested in that last game they showed.
Been pretty low for a couple
Vampires.
of years. So
I mean, 2019. I mean, well, anyway, we'll talk about that next.
We get to it, but this is it's been pretty bad showings for a while. Not bad, just lackluster.
I would say this one is not lackluster. Yeah, because Nintendo's had some bad ones.
Yeah.
They haven't had any bad ones since the Switch has been out, really, I don't think. But Wii ones are not like every other one.
No, those were bad.
Most of those are pretty bad.
Yeah, I agree with that. But anyways, man. Cool story. Shout out to Cam. Maybe he'll come in on when we do the E3 show. Y'all keep an eye out for the E3 show coming later this week. Hop over on YouTube, subscribe, so you can see our faces over there. Maybe Cameron, maybe somebody else's face. And Ozzy said he really enjoyed the pod. He want to come back on, talk some shit with us too. He was telling me. So yeah, man, we'll just keep some stuff churning out here for y'all over time. Hopefully y'all enjoy it, man. So as always, man, like, share, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, enjoy. It's been two ugly nerds, but there's three of us. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.